There is something truly special about exploring the south of France, from its beautiful beaches to charming hilltop villages. But doing it in a campervan? That's a whole different challenge. The region is full of stunning scenery, lively streets and hidden gems, but finding places to park and stay isn't always easy. In this video we'll show you our favorite spots, the most popular coastal towns and some hidden gems. Despite some challenges, this region is absolutely worth the trip. The trip from the UK to the south of France covered over 1,000 miles and took us about 24 hours. For a route we just had a rough idea of where we wanted to go and what to explore along the way. We didn't have any campsites booked, we were just hoping to find suitable park-ups on the road. This is the route we took to explore the French Riviera and some of the other beautiful towns in the south. But as we progressed, and due to the challenges with the park-ups, we decided to change course and head north instead, towards the French Alps, which turned out to be one of the best decisions of the trip. After a smooth drive from the UK, our first stop was the small village of Fontaine de Vaucluse, which is a popular place because of its unique natural spring and green-coloured river. We stayed overnight at French camping car park just in town centre. It's pretty cheap, around 10 to 15 euros a night, and it gives you a good base to explore the area. Fontaine de Vaucluse is well known for its huge spring, one of the biggest in France, which feeds into the river and makes the water look really green. The colour comes from minerals in the water like calcium and magnesium. One of the main things to do here is walk up to the spring itself, where you can see the water rushing out of the rocks. The spring is inside a deep gorge that's been worn out over 1,000 of years, which makes the whole scene even more interesting. The spring releases thousands of litres of water every second, which makes a strong bubbling flow. The town has been around since medieval times, mainly because of the spring. Back in the 15th century, the pure water was used for paper making, and today you can still visit a paper mill that shows how paper was produced here for centuries. The town itself is really lovely. Narrow streets, old stone houses, small cafes. It's set in a pretty valley with hills all around. We walked around the town, looked at the spring, and had a good time just exploring. It's a really interesting place to visit because of the spring and the nice scenery. Overall, Fontaine de Vaucluse is worth seeing. It's a beautiful place with a lot of history and nature. After leaving Fontaine de Vaucluse, we headed towards our next stop. As we were driving along, the sun was setting beautifully. There was an accident on the road as well, so we ended up sitting in the van for a while, which we didn't mind, because it gave us a chance to relax and enjoy the view. Once the road cleared, we carried on, mainly to find a good place to park for the night. We ended up at the recommended car park. It's free to stay and they actually allow overnight camping, which is pretty handy. We put the link to the car park in the description below. Right next to the car park we found a really cool place, a dinosaur park on the hill with great views of the lake, and the best part, it's free to enter. The park has life-sized dinosaurs, which is fun for kids and anyone interested in a bit of history and fun. We enjoyed walking around, checking out different dinosaurs and looking out over the lake. The park is quite large, so it will take you about an hour or two to walk around. We're really happy we found this place. It's not every day you come across such a fun and free attraction, and it's a great way to spend an afternoon. We made our way through Marseille, but honestly it was too busy in town. Traffic and crowds made it a bit overwhelming, so we didn't stop. Instead we headed to the Plage du Prado, with some really beautiful beaches right on the edge of the city. We found a really nice spot to stop, took a break and just enjoyed sitting by the sea for a while. This car park allows overnight stay, so we'll put the link in the description. From above you can really see how beautiful this place is, with the wide sandy stretches of beach and clear waters, perfect for a quick relax before heading further along. After our stop at Plage du Prado, we headed straight to Cassis. It's a small town on a hillside famous for its stunning harbour, colourful houses and steep narrow streets. Cassis is lovely, but it's quite small and parking can be tricky, especially because it's perched on the hill and the town gets pretty crowded in summer. We parked on the side of the road and then had to walk down quite a steep hill to reach the town and the beach. Cassis is famous for its stunning cliff and coves, which are some of the most beautiful coastal scenery in France. It's a great place to visit if you want to enjoy scenic boat trips and explore hidden coves. After a good night's sleep, we set off along the stunning coastline, searching for hidden spots away from the crowds. And then we stumbled upon a real gem, a small beautiful beach with crystal clear water. We spent some time just playing in the sea, soaking up the sun and cooling off in those gorgeous waters. What we loved about this beach is how little known it is. You really have to look for these quiet beaches, and there are plenty of them along the French Riviera if you take the time to explore. The best part, there is a street parking right next to the beach, making it super convenient to enjoy those hidden treasures. Next up was the world-famous Saint-Tropez, known for its glamorous yachts, celebrities and beautiful harbour. We initially thought parking in such a busy place would be impossible, but we managed to find a spot using the Park 4 Night app. Saint-Tropez started out as a small fishing village, but in the 1950s it became a magnet for artists and celebrities, transforming into the luxury hotspot we see today. And while that's true, it's also possible to enjoy Saint-Tropez without breaking the bank, just walking around the harbour, soaking up the atmosphere and appreciating its beauty. It's one of those iconic spots that's famous worldwide, partly because of its popularity with the rich and famous, but also because it's just a really beautiful place. Of course, we couldn't come to Saint-Tropez without checking out the famous harbour, full of incredible yachts, luxury boats and lively cafes. That evening we took a walk into town just as the sun was setting, which was beautiful. It's an icon of the French Riviera, a place that's as glamorous as you've seen in pictures, and it's stunning in its own way. After Saint-Tropez we decided to head a little inland along the coast to visit Gassin, a tiny hilltop village famous for its stunning views. The town is perched about 300 meters above the sea level, which gives it a panoramic outlook over the bay and surrounding countryside. Gassin is a really charming place with narrow streets, old stone houses and plenty of lookout points. It's been an important place since medieval times because it's on a high hill, giving great views of the area. Gassin is often named among the most beautiful villages in France, thanks to its well-preserved medieval architecture and breathtaking scenery. It offers some of the best views along the French Riviera. Gassin is one of the several small hilltop villages that make this region so special, and it's definitely a place we'd recommend visiting if you're exploring this part of France. Next, we moved to Saint-Raphaël, where we stayed for 3 days at a nice campervan park right next to the harbour. It cost us about €10 a night, and they have a designated area for campervans, which made everything super easy. Honestly, this was our favourite spot along the coast. A perfect mix of beauty, things to do and a lovely relaxed vibe. We took plenty of walks around the impressive harbour. It's really picturesque, with boats bobbing in the water and a lively atmosphere. Saint-Raphaël is famous for its mixture of history and seaside charm, being a popular holiday spot since the 19th century, attracting visitors with its beautiful coastline and lively harbour. The beach here isn't very large, but there is plenty of space to relax and swim. We also spent some time exploring the town itself, grabbing some food and soaking up in the local vibe. One of the things we really enjoyed was visiting the town's historic cathedral. Built in the 11th century, it's a beautiful old church that's well worth a look, with interesting architecture and a fascinating history. We also visited the local maritime museum, and it was fantastic. It's free to enter and packed with exhibits about the area's history, including old shipwreck artifacts, models of famous ships, and a collection of marine fossils. There is a tower from which you get a drone-like view of the whole town, a perfect spot for photos and panoramic shots. Later in the evening we went on the Ferris wheel at sunset. It was incredible. The ride offers the best views of the town, the coastline and the sea. It's like seeing the whole area from a drone's perspective, but in person. The sunset combined with seeing the town from above was just amazing. Saint-Raphaël also has a lively promenade with a night market, plenty of restaurants and boat trips to explore the coastline from the water. It's a vibrant, beautiful place that's well known for its clear waters, scenic harbour and welcoming atmosphere. Definitely a highlight of our coastal travels. Next we drove through Cannes but decided not to stay, due to the problems with parking and height barriers. Instead we found a quiet beach just outside Antibes, where we stayed the night. We spent the day relaxing on the beach and thinking about our next move. The problems with parking in Cannes and in French Riviera really shifted our plans. We decided to head north instead, towards the French Alps, and it was the best decision we made. Our first stop after changing course was the incredible Gorge du Verdon. What a place! We stayed overnight in a parking spot right next to the gorge. It's free but small, so you need to be quick to claim it. The best time to claim the car park is late in the evening when most people have left, or very early in the morning. There is also a campsite nearby if you want to stay longer. Gorge du Verdon is often called the Grand Canyon of Europe because of its dramatic cliffs and steep walls that tower up to 700 meters high. The area is popular for rock climbing, kayaking and hiking, offering some of the most spectacular scenery in France. The river running through, the Verdon River, is fed by mountain streams and becomes a favorite spot for water sports. We hired a paddle boat for 3 hours. It was €75, but totally worth it. You will need to show your ID to hire it, and it's a great way to see the gorge from the water. There are other options, including renting kayaks and different types of boats. The main part of the gorge is about 1.5 kilometers long. After that, access to the water is restricted. It's protected for conservation and only a few spots allow boats. To go up and down on the river in the paddle boat takes about 3 hours, so you will need that much time. You can also hire the paddle boat or a kayak or a boat for less than 3 hours. All options are available, and there are few places on each side of the river where you can hire the boat from. The water here is a stunning blue-green color, thanks to its limestone bed and the mineral content, giving it that almost tropical look. We really enjoyed our time here and will definitely come back next time we're in France. It's one of those places that it's as beautiful as you see on the videos and on pictures. Visiting here offers breathtaking views and a chance to experience one of France's most impressive natural wonders. Definitely worth every penny and every effort to come see it. And that's the end of our time on the French Riviera. But our adventure isn't over. If you want to see the next chapter of our journey exploring mountain passes and epic scenery, click over to the next video.